Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the War in the West as we continue. So, episode 2 then, where do we go from here? Well, basically, we have to conclude the movements in North Africa and begin the preparation for the offensive into Sicily, which, notably, we need to figure out what we're going to do here. It seems like the Axis is forming a defensive line over here, which is a very smart move, considering the terrain here is rough, and therefore impassable in certain locations, mountains, incredibly advantageous to defend in. So this would be a hellhole to try and get past. It seems like they might try to anchor themselves across with the river here as well, so that's quite smart of them. Either way, what we may have to do then is have like a certain hold in action here and then prepare for a future invasion, potentially further up, which would be quite devastating. We would ideally need another port. So we have a level 1 port over there. Taranto, port 5, that's pretty decent. We'd need to land somewhere that could cause sufficient damage. I mean, landing and taking Naples would be incredibly valuable. Salerno. Or landing at Anzio. Potential option there. Okay. So we can return these, well, yes, we can return them. Let's do so. Have them head back to port. So what we need to do then is, to build preparation for the actual land, you need to have like an infantry division on top of this here. Then that allows you to build up the preparation. So what we'll do is we'll have them in that port just the time being, and then we'll have them move out later on, once we're ready to start another invasion. There we go. And then the US one's over here. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, these forces are still at sea. I don't think we have the capacity to unload. No, we do not have the capacity to unload. That's not so much an issue of capacity, it's more like an issue of movement points. Okay, yeah, we can't move there. I love the sheer size of the armor divisions. So what we'll have done then is we'll have the US Armor Division join with the Provisional US Corps over here, which is led by Klittenberger, which is under the nominal command of 7th US Army, which is under George S. Patton. Okay. Yes, mechanized infantry is very good. Awesome. Right then, so we're going to consult the log over here. So this seems really confusing at first. It's like, what the heck is all this going on here? What does this all mean? Well, to be honest, it's nice because you can really sort things out quite easily as opposed to War in the East. So say we want to take a look at production, we can see the production here. And now this is why I find it impressive playing as the Allies. I've never played as the Allies beforehand. But if we take a look over here, 119 M4A1 Shermans exported from the USA to the Commonwealth as Sherman 2s, M4A2s exported from America to the Commonwealth as Shermans 3. Yeah, so that is some insane production values there. Absolutely insane. In fact, can I alter the difficulty? Right, so just going to save here then, so episode 1 again. And I think I will increase the difficulty of the Axis. I want something of a real challenge. So what we're going to do here is going to go exit the scenario, we're going to go to hard. So it goes, well, I don't know how difficult impossible is, but we'll go with hard. There we go. And load this. Okay. So obviously things are going to be even more difficult now. Hopefully the AI will perform even better. So that will be quite nice. I do want a challenge. I know we are playing as the Allies and we do have practically infinite resources, but that doesn't mean that we still can't face a hell of a slog. Okay. Right. Now let's see. Freight. This is something I'd like to see. So we can see the supply needed, received, and lost. Replacements required. As we can see here, the 7th Army requires 5,450 free replacements. Supply needed, Angel 61. It's only received 780 tons of supply, however. Okay. Right, looking for the port in Italy. Right, that is one of the ports, yep. Syracuse and Noto. As you can see here that we have this amount of freight. They haven't received any so far, but they are using the freight already there. So, a good few thousand tons was shipped. Well, a good 1,000 plus tons was shipped. They've used a few trucks too. Enter execution so we can see what's happened, what was lost. Okay. Right. Upgrades. We can see that a lot of the table equipments were upgraded, especially the mortars. Factory damage. So we can see what damage we've actually dealt to the different factories in Germany, which is really handy to actually know what's going on. It does make things quite easy to keep tabs on. So that's good for us. Okay, so let's consult this then. So in Britain, I think what we should probably do then is have the forces assembled by the different ports. I do think that we're going to go for Brittany just because I'd like to have something different. So let's consult the ports over here. So we have Falmouth over here, which is level 2 port. We have Plymouth, which would be the main invasion port at 6. Weymouth at 5. Poole to Bournemouth 4. Southampton 7. Portsmouth 6. Okay. So Plymouth, Southampton, Portsmouth, Weymouth to an extent. These are going to be the main ports. Okay. So we'll have these forces shift over there. And there we go. Can't take them off at this moment in time. Yeah, that's fine. Why are you assigned to a command all the way up here in Scotland? Okay, so you control 2 armor divisions and a infantry division. How interesting. Alright, guards. Okay. Right, so what we'll do then is we'll have them on refit for the time being, just so we can, well, whatever's going to come out of there, we'll go straight to them. So it's just going to begin to assemble some troops down here in the south of England for the invasion in June. Well, obviously June 1944. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be everything down here, that's fine. We should have some extra forces in the National Reserve, so if we see here, rival... factory damage, okay, yep. So, some Kitty Hawks, Air Cobras, and Dakotas have arrived in the Air Reserve. Okay, so we have the Tactical Air Force. So what I can do then is we can take a look at the airfields you control. So we'll take a look at air transfer. Okay, so you're under the Tactical Air Force command, that's fine. Yeah, so Tactical Air Force is in command of all these airfields now. Okay. Let's take a look at the airfields then. So we have Catania over here, it's at level 2. Noto, Gila could probably be the best airfield to expand from at this present time. What we need then is that we need a high-level port. So Syracuse would probably be the best idea. No, Catania actually, level 4 port. Catania would give us the nice range as well. So what we'll do is we'll start to build up Catania. I know it's a little bit early, but we'll get it worked on. We'll start priority repair upon the different things here. And Syracuse 2. Expand that airbase. Okay, but for the moment in time, we'll have forces assigned over to here. 91%, 87. Who is this under? This is the Troop Carrier Command. Tactical Air Force, yep. Okay, so you can see the massive difference between a level 3 airbase and a level 2. It's a colossal difference. Okay, 87%, 84. So we can put some planes over here. We'll start with some planes over at Noto. Well, I think Gela is probably the best. It's not... the port isn't damaged, which is good. So we'll start some priority repairs at the rail yards here. Right here. So assign... so we could assign some construction units or some AA. We'll go with some heavy AA. Okay. Assign these AA formations. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Right, awesome. So we have the airbase itself. So I could assign for the National Reserve, the Air Cobras, and the Dakotas. The Dakotas obviously under the RAF Transport Command, but these are under the Tactical Air Force. So 12, 14, so we have about 26 of them ready at this moment in time. What we'll do then is we'll have them assigned. Whoops. We'll have them assigned to the airfields over here. La Masa. Okay. Yeah, so they're out of... There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then under the Troop Carrier Command we can have the extra... I think the Dakotas are definitely... Transport. RAF Transport Command. Okay. Yeah, the Dakotas. Troop Carrier Command, which command is it that the airfields here are under? Right, V12. Like that. There we go, 12th Carrier Command. Awesome. No. Let's see. So you can see that we have the airborne targeted over here at Termini. Artemini. Okay, I guess we'll land over here then. Oh, that's air transport, okay. Right, so that's 145. Okay. There we go. So that will be the US airborne. And now I could have the British airborne basically just shipped over there, which I think I will do actually. Right, so we need a port. What is the transport command? 2,000, that's fine. Okay, they can't move right now, but that's fine. We'll have them shipped over in the following turn. Okay. So if we take a look here then. So supplies is more or less fine at the moment. Obviously these guys are lower. Right, so we have armoured self-propelled artillery, engineers. Engineers' eyes and ears. Right, the 30th British Corps. Right, kind of need you a little bit further up. Okay. So we could have some engineers assigned. I'll have them assigned to the actual US Provisional Command. Right, so the Provisional US Command, let's have that move up to 1. Right, there we go, the provisional command. We'll have... so what do we have here? 164 guns. Let's have some 155mm assigned to you. We'll have some engineers. And we'll have the construction... There we go, 7th US Army. We'll lock... Where are we? I'm trying to remember how you lock it now. Ah, there we go. Okay. Locked. Sweet. So what we'll be able to do then in the future is have like a few squadrons from the Tactical Air Command, like go down support the Provisional US Command over here, the Provisional US Corps, and that'd go quite nicely. Okay, so obviously we have our plans over here. We'll also change those and direct them as needs be. What weather are we looking at for the next turn then? So July 10th, weather isn't too bad. July 17th, the weather will change, so we'll have a band of heavy rain, which is going to bring about mud potentially in the following turns if that rain persists, which will make things difficult. So we're going to end our turn here, and we're going to proceed and see where we turn out. So we have our inroads into Sicily, which is fine. We'll see how we get on. Bam, ba-dum. Okay. So, worst case scenario here is, well, is there really a worst case scenario? Obviously there's always a worst case scenario. Is this, I feel like I may need to turn up the game sounds a little bit further. It's a little bit quiet. Okay, I'll turn them up after this turn then. Right, so loss is not too bad. So they're either going to... Right, okay. So they're advancing a little bit. Yep, here comes the band of rain. So that's going to make things even more difficult. But for this time being, we need to just secure the area first and foremost. What we might do then is change some of the air doctrine missions to probably target the ports, possibly the rail yards, and potentially rail lines, and make it difficult for the Axis forces. So with the airborne landers, we should be able to cut off the rails over here, assuming everything goes well. Okay, right. In a momento. Okay, so you can see here our morale is lower. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then. So at this present time, we really don't have much of an idea what's going on. So if we take a look over here then, so ground attack, well actually I'm going to make use of the actual automatic air directive once more. I'm really keen on using it, because it's an absolutely superb tool. And for anybody who is new to the War in the West title, I would suggest using this for the longest time, just because you can kind of tailor what you want, and the AI will figure it out for you. It's pretty good. Makes things a lot easier. Okay, so interdiction. Okay, so screw ferry, screw port. This is tacticals. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the railways and railway and interdiction. That's their focus here. Units that are medium priority. Air priority is the greatest priority, of course, just not to allow us to do things like this. Tactical air in Europe. Right, strategic air day. This is where we're going to be hitting Germany. Right. Let's focus on the U-boats. That gains us... Well, actually, no, not too much, actually. There we go. Let's hit the aircraft. Ports will be a good one, but the thing is, obviously, they're going to be able to just send supplies through the rails. Okay, ground attack. Airfields. Put it on low. Well, actually, no, we need to keep bombing the airfields to reduce their air superiority in this area, or at least their ability to project air power. Units I don't care about. I'll have rails on high as well. Rails, ports, rail yards. Reduce interdiction doesn't matter for the strategic air command. Okay, then at night, manpower. Okay, that works for me, so we'll set our air directives. Okay, now have the AI move the units or bases it needs to. Right, so summary, okay. Right, there we go. So you can definitely see that the AI is choosing to focus on this area, which is a smart move. It's the area I would probably focus on anyway. Right, and then we have a ground attack box in this area here, so you can see what we have assigned to it. As a number of Wellingtons, Halifaxes, B-17s, yeah, quite a lot of B-17s, B-26s, B-25s, P-38s for the escorts, P-40s, Mitchells. Okay, reconnaissance, quite a lot. Right, ground attack. Okay, then in Europe. Yeah, so you can see here that the AI is quite good with the air directives. As we're going to be bombing the city of Milan. Indeed. RAF Bomber Command. Strategic reconnaissance. I suppose what we could decide to do then is actually invade Sardinia and Corsica. Having Sardinia and Corsica would give us access to airfields and ports right over here. So then at least we could have our air forces base quite close by, which would be very good for supporting us. Okay, so I'm happy with that. We are going to have that committed. I am happy. So let's go ahead with our air directive. No industry in the Reich is really safe. And we can see why the Germans did in fact push their industry into Poland. Or at least moved some of it to Poland. Well, to Poland, to the east. Okay, so losses aren't too bad really. They're quite low. Okay, so 435 aircraft lost, 780 damaged. Righto. Okie dokie. Righto, so you can see their numbers are taking something of a hit. Ours are definitely taking a hit. Actually, no, we seem to be quite okay. Not bad, not bad. Right. So, let's consult the weather for the next turn. That really does define our strategy. Okay, so you can see here that we have this mud in place now. So we have what would appear to be light mud, which isn't bad. The rain is going to fade after this turn. Oh no, sorry, July 17th, this is the week we're in now. Okay, so we are facing mud this week. The weather should clear next week, so that's okay. I believe we'll probably still have... Will we still have mud on the ground? Yes, we'll still have mud on the ground then. That's a shame. So that's going to complicate matters. Okay. Right, so what do we have in terms of capacity? So 8,000 tons, 1,000 tons, 13,000 tons over here. So not too much at present. Okay, so we have the British Armoured over here. Right, first US Armoured Division. Okay, to unload this force is... 19,000, okay. So we can't unload the first US Armoured for some time as of this moment. Right, let's see. Yeah, so you have free run of the island, more or less. Okay, so let's advance by cause. Right, take the 30th fall. Okay, we've got the commander here. So we have a special service brigade, so these are commandos. Yeah, commandos. So they're quite good, actually. Right, so what do we have here then? So we have the Napoli Italian Infantry Division. We have a brigade of the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. Okay, then more Italian infantry here. We should be able to demolish them quite easily. Okay, so another element of the Panzergrenadiers, the 15th Panzergrenadier Division. Okay, they held this time. I mean, there's a potential to push them back, but what I need to do is I need to establish a sort of front line. I'm more interested in holding the Axis than confronting them right now. The terrain is absolutely horrific, and if I can keep them pinned in Sicily, and then launch a naval invasion from behind them, I could trap them in Sicily and therefore starve them of supplies and have them crushed that way. Which would save a lot of lives, and a lot of equipment. Okay, you can move up. So we have the, the 13th Corps. There we go, so we captured the city of, well, the village of Anna. Okay, so we have the rails converted over here then. Yep, so we have rail lines over at this area here, so if we take a look. Yep, okay, so you can see that we're actually using these rail lines, which is a very good thing. So what we need to do now then is move the rail lines up here over here, so then we can get more supply moving. Sweet. Awesome. So we'll have all these rail lines converted in the following turn, which is fantastic because then that links up Noto, Syracuse with Catania, and we have the rail lines running right to this headquarters over here, so then I can have that moved down over here then. And I'll have another one shipped over here to Gila, and then from Gala I should say, we can link it up with the rest of the rail lines here. I just need to repair and make the rail lines available. I imagine the rail lines would have been sabotaged and destroyed as much as possible to prevent us from using them. But this is good news. This means that we have freight now travelling from Noto to Syracuse, which increases the amount of availability that we have there. Okay. Right. Okay, let's move up the US forces. So we captured another port and the depot there. 22 tons of fuel. We'll move up as a common front. There we go. This is going to be difficult. Okay, so we have 7,000 tons here. 6,900. Yeah, so I need to have these ports repaired ASAP. In fact, I think it might be that we have the... I'm not entirely sure if they do help you with this. Okay, so do we still have a temporary port here? Right, we do not actually. Okay, so we need to have those there, otherwise we lose the temporary ports. That's good to know then. So we'll have this one over here then. And then we'll have another one over at that port. There we go, so we should have temporary ports there. That's good to know. So I did kind of make a boo-boo there. That's fine. This is all a learning experience. Yeah, not enough remaining capacity. I could have them unload over there, but that's fine. Right, so we'll have you assigned to the provisional command. Yeah, I need to get you off. You are 6,000, so I can have you unload over here. Right, off the ship. Okay, and then we can have you in afterwards. We'll set it... Well, that's it. We should really start preparing already. Right, so are these forces in tuners? Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll take them off the train. Right, so we have the 5th British Corps under the US command over here. Indeed. move you over there, and then we'll select a new target. I suppose over here, really. Level 2 port. I mean, I imagine this to be very heavily defended. Yeah, I'd like to... I would love to bypass Sardinia, but it's probably better off. Okay, we'll have it land there then. Okay, so we can have some French forces prepare as well. I still have you. Let's see. Select. Oh, there we go. Now we'll select that again, just make sure it's going through. I'm selecting these units as well, just to make sure that they're targeted along with it. And then we'll have the French forces land. I think we'll land here as well. Okay. So what I might do then is instead perhaps have the airborne forces land over in Sardinia. I mean, that would probably be a better use of those forces. Okay, we have this British Corps over here. Let's see. Ah, that sucks. That's a number of men down. Okay. This is the thing here. I don't know if there's any forces over here or not. So what we may do then is exploit. Okay. I think I'd rather save the forces here, so we'll have them on refit for the moment in time. Are they in a depot? They are in a depot, that's good news. We'll have these forces move into that depot as well. The reason being I want to build up their supplies, and the best place to do that is in a depot. Okay, so these forces over here. Right, what we'll have to do then is perhaps... Well, we have the level 3 airfield over here. That one would be a hell of a lot better to fly from. Okay. Right, it's not long until we gain quite a lot of US forces. Another US infantry division. Right, Catalina. Right, let's make this a priority fort. Well, priority depot. Did I land an army command? I think I might have done. No. Oh no, I did, yes. There we go, we have 7th US Army, so we have George S. Patton on the island. So what we'll do then is we'll assign all the construction to Patton. Right, and lock that. Supply priority will be for these British forces under the command of the 8th. Right, so under US 7th Command. The other British forces are under the 5th US Army. Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll have the forces here, the British forces, change commands to the British Command local area. So 8th British. Okay, so if we go to the log, the almighty log, and we'll consult the almighty log. Okay, so nation. Right, British. Okay. Right, so we have Montgomery. Yeah, so we'll have these forces transferred to the 8th Command then. There we go. Now under British Command. Awesome. Okay, that works for me. So these forces will be targeted soon. That should be enough force as well, actually. Probably, anyway. Okay. Could have them move to that level 3 air base over there, which I think would be a good move. We'll have them drop. Launch. Ah. Fatal drop. Okay, so it seems like this village or town is actually garrisoned. Did not know about that, I did not have the reconnaissance on that. Actually, regarding reconnaissance. That's strange, we should have had reconnaissance on that. Okay, well. That cost us a few men. Indeed, that cost us a few thousand men. God damn, that really hurt. Right, so their supply situation is good at the moment. Okay, we'll go forward. So we are having a measured advance into Sicily. I don't want to advance too fast. Mostly because I'm not entirely sure of the resistance. Nor their will. And especially at this stage when the Axis still have quite a few supplies on the island. Well, they have enough supplies just to keep them going for the time being. I don't want to be heading too fast and too far, while they can actually hit back quite hard. Over time, their capabilities will be reduced, but for this moment in time, it's not wise. Okay, so you can see 2 elements of the Panzergrenadier Division, the 15th Panzergrenadiers. 2 Italian formations over here, so we have an Italian motorized division. I don't know if it's actually equivalent to divisional strength. Right, so the 15th Panzergrenadiers are moving out. Okay. Right, railways need to take the priority. The reason being it interdicts all the freight traveling along those lines, and that's the main important thing here. It's going to continue to hit the airfield, reduce the priority of the other things. Well, I'll actually have that as a low priority. Ferry's not of a concern of the strategic air force. Right, we are hitting their aircraft factories. Okay, we'll select these directives. Okay. Now notice that the AI is taking into consideration our airborne landings, well, our seaborne landings over here. Right, so yeah, we're building preparation now. Okay, so what we need to do then is turn off the amphibious support south. Okay, turn that off. So set air directors again. Okay, have the AI move and manage the air bases. Right, notice how the directives have changed once more now. So beforehand, because obviously we had the amphibious support over here, they would envision supporting the landings, but we're not ready for the landings quite yet, so we're going to have that re-evaluated. Okay, so you can see reconnaissance. Do need more reconnaissance here, so actually, let's see. I do need high intensity. I really need to understand what the hell's going on here. I would like to also... let's change the actual target. Wow. Okay, change the target location to here. Now this is what I need to know more about. Well, actually, let's change that to... That'll help me out more. Right, so we'll have the Malta Air Force change location. Right, there we go. Awesome. And just like that, you can change things. Right, I am happy with that, so how are we going over here then? So we'll consult the log and see what we've managed to achieve. Okay, so air execution, no, right, factory damage. So Berlin has been bombed, but they do recover quite quickly. BF-109 G production has been damaged there, U-boat production. Right, so knocking that out, well, it's close to being knocked out for the moment in time. Okay. Right, use shipped. Right, okay, so you can see here that Gela has shipped 3,000 supply from the pool to Ponte Olivo. Gotta be neat. Okay. Ah, there we go, okay. So we had 3,000 tons of supply shipped from Gela to here. I think that's obviously to have the work conducted on the airfield expansion. Okay. 20 tons of supply. Okay, so things are going quite nice. We just need to form a solid line and then be able to advance without too much of a worry. Okay, so I'll execute the air directives here. Right, so we do have forces in Palermo. I was wondering if they would actually just abandon Palermo and the other cities completely, but it seems they haven't. Right. So I would say the invasion is going... It's not too bad, really. But we have lost an airborne formation, which was bound to happen. I mean, it's more like a guessing game, really, where you drop them. I was imagining that Termini would have been, well, undefended, but it turns out I was wrong. Okay, let's consult the log, see what damage we did. Okay. Right, what capacity do we have in the ports now? Right, so it seems like having that there does boost it. Potentially. Can I unload you? No. Yeah, that's an issue. It may take some time to build up that capacity as the port is repaired. Let's keep working on these rail lines. You can admit they're already done. Holy crap. Okay, well, at least these rail lines are now linked up. There we go. Okay, there we go. So what we want to aim to do is have this rail line linked up, so then we have a circular action here, so then we have the benefit of interior lines. Okay, so we can have the US forces move up. Right, so we have the British forces over here then. So it seems like the only areas that are held are Palermo, Trapani. Okay. Right, so 13th British Corps needs to move up. So if I could force back this Italian division, that would be good news. Right, so it has 11 defense here. The issue is I can't really attack too well from this area here, due to the river there. So I think what I'll do then is I'll have the British Airborne over here just move up to this area, hold on the defensive here. Then we can move up the 78th British Rifle Division. 50th Rifle Division. Well, actually, that's superb. So we have the mountain here. It takes a hell of a lot to get on top of that. So what we'll do then is we'll move around here. Okay. So I can't combine them. Capture that too. Okay, so we captured the town over here with a nice amount of supply. Sweet. I could unload you potentially. No, not yet. I should be able to unload these two, yes, infantry divisions, or not. At least one of them. Right, let's move you... Oh? Weird. See if that creates a temporary port there. So I definitely do need one. Okay. Righto. Good. Routed. Let's conduct a little probe here. Okay. Right. Huh. Right, here we go. Right, hardly any disruption. So no armor or FVs there. Okay, we'll have you transfer command for the moment in time to the 13th British Rifle Corps. That works out fine, that completely secures our flank here. So we have the British advancing towards Messina, and then we have the Americans advancing over here. So I suppose what we could do then is have... Wow, actually, holy shit. Impressive. That is very impressive, actually. Interesting. Right, so not enough capacity yet. So we'll have these British forces under the command of the US Provisional Command. Just for the time being. They've been unlocked. Okay. At least they'll receive the support they desire. Right, preparation is building. Yep, you can see here that these units will be shipped over. So that'd be like, what, four plus something divisions on the first day? Yeah. That'll be good. Okay. That works for me. I mean, the thing is with the, the Brittany landings, I should say, we'd have to land as many troops as possible on the first day. I think what we'll probably try to target is... I mean, due to being a much larger area, it's going to be difficult. I mean, what I'd have to do is probably, if I was to target this area over here, well, I can't target here because it's impassable. This is what this means, impassable. Probably like high cliffs or something like that. If I was to target this area here then, around St. Malo. So we have a level 2 port there. Brest is probably, well, definitely the best port. Yeah, Lorient and Brest. Yeah, so if it's targets around here with some of the landings, I could immediately cut this rail line, which severs the connections to Normandy. Then if we were to move from the landing area to Rennes, to the rails over here, we could cut that. And if I had a landing down here, we'd be able to sever Brittany immediately from the Axis rail network. Whilst with Normandy, there's no real chance of that, because they have the interior lines, and obviously they would have a lot of defending forces over here. What do you call them? The hedgerows would slow us down over here. Whereas over here, there's not much to slow us down. It's open terrain, which is good for us. Good roads. I think it could work. It would be a risk, obviously due to the larger area. But if it works out, it could be quite worthwhile. Then also we'd have to plan for Operation Dragoon. Let's see, so what... do I have to have my amphibious transports redeployed? Let's see. A lot of US forces there. chemical mortar. At 9:45. Let's see. If I was to, for example, select you. Ah, right. I think there's a way to move them between theatres. Yeah, so I think you kind of have to go over here and then it'll take you there or something. I'll have to look that one up. That one could be quite important. Could, is. Okay, so I think we're going to call it here, so thank you so very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this so far. Let's take a look at our logistics. So obviously we need to have more ports over here, like these ports over here at Catania and Skiaka, whatever, Skiaka. Brought up to scratch so then we can have logistics move forward. But at the moment we are having our supply sent from Noto, from Gila and Nakata. This is where the vast majority of our logistics is coming from. We have some actual airfields being occupied over here then. Gabini Air Base. Yeah, sweet. So a number of planes on the island already. Yeah, quite a lot of planes on the island already actually. Huge amount. That's good. There's a lot of upfront air support. And for the Axis on the island we can only identify a few fighters over here. That's good news. Okay. So until next time, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. And if you have enjoyed this, do consider supporting myself and Matrix Games by potentially buying One in the West and potentially by supporting me on Patreon or a one-time monetary donation on PayPal. All makes a big difference. I hope you guys have a great day. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, see you all very, very soon. Until next time.